How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up. This is where I take data, actual sales data, and see if there's any trends going on, if it's going up, why is it going up, will it continue to go up? So yes, I'm going to take real sales data. I'm going to show you graphs and figures and things like that, and numbers, a lot of that kind of stuff, data, and we'll see what's going on. So let's look at the first one. And the first one, man, it just keeps on going higher and higher. It did not get affected by everything else that's been dipping lately. Not at all. This one keeps breaking records, and it's crazy what it used to be worth not too long ago. And yeah, so let's get right into it. First one is Ultimate Fallout 4, and this is the variant edition. A 9.4 is up 42% from about $5,800 to now selling about $8,250. A 9.6 is up 27% from $8,000 to $10,000, and a 9.8 is up 13% from $38,000. Now one just sold for $43,200. That is a record price. And if you look at that graph, you can see that it was so low not too long ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. This thing was selling for a 9.8, it was selling for like $2,800. First out of the gate, it was selling for like $150 for a 9.8. And that was back in 2011. Man, that returned. But yeah, even if you went back 2 years ago, like a little over 2 years ago, like 2.5, it was selling for $2,800 for a 9.8. Now it's selling for $43,000. It just keeps on going up and up. You know, if you look at the Ultimate Fallout 4, the regular edition, you know, it went up, comic boom, started going down, you know, typical stuff. And I think a 9.8 selling for like $1,800. It was selling for like $3,200 at its peak on like average. But yeah, man, don't know what to say. This is crazy. That's why I was, I'm hedging my bets and taking, that 9.8 of Invincible Iron Man #9 variant edition. Now I know it's never going to hit the levels of this. No. But if it could do a fraction of this, that'd be great. Next, we got Flashpoint #1. A 9.4 is up 18% from $72 to $85. 9.6 is up 166% from $64 to $170. And a 9.8 is up 134% from $122 to $285. So yes, this is going up because Flashpoint, the movie's coming out. Now, it's not called Flashpoint, it's called The Flash, the movie? I don't know. But basically, it's Flashpoint. The resetting, the DCEU. Yeah, I mean, this book... the animated movie was amazing. I watched that animated movie back to back. Watched it as soon as I was done and rewatched it again. I love that movie. That's probably one of the best DC animated movies that I can think of off the top of my head. I know a lot of people are going to say Batman, the Masked Phantasm or whatever. No, I don't think so. I think Flashpoint is much better. I also liked, what was that? Justice League Doom, I think it was called. That was a good one too. Anyways, yeah. So Flashpoint. Now, they used this to start up the DC New 52, I think it was called, in like 2011, 2012. So they kind of rebranded everything with this, kind of like what they're doing with the movies. I mean, I don't ever expect this book to be worth like a ton, even if they make this Flashpoint movie. It's like a storyline thing. There's some significance because it makes the DC New 52, all that stuff. But I mean, I don't know. It'll never be super expensive. I'll just put it that way. All right, Goon #1, an 8.5 is up 64% from a 350 to 575. A 9.4 is up 5% from 595 to 625. And a 9.8 is up 4% from 1800 to 1875. This is not a record price, but it's been trending up for the last like 9 months. It had one big sale last year at its peak, but overall it's been trending up. I don't even know if that sale, how real it is, because it was like double the price of everything else. Nonetheless, someone asked me to put this on the list, and so I did. Remember, if you guys want me to check out a book, just put it in the comments below, and sometimes I'll look at it and there's no discernible going up or going down, so I can't put in either of those videos of going down or going up. So, but if you want me to check something out, put in the comments. I can't promise I'm gonna get to every single one, but I'll get to as many as I can. But here is Goon #1, and yes, I have seen the animated trailer they did which was basically a trailer to get the movie made, kind of like how they did with The Matrix. If I can remember correctly, they filmed that like first telephone Trinity scene, and that's for like $1 million or something, and then that's how they got, people to invest in it. Flash 123, a 2.0 is up 19% from 400 to 475. A 6.5 is up 30% from 1620 to 2100, and a 7.5 is up 8% from 3100 to 3360. This is the first time they mention an alternate universe as an Earth 2. Because before that, I don't remember what they said about the Golden Age heroes. I think they existed a long time ago or something, even though it wouldn't have been that long ago. This Flash was from like the late 50s, and the Golden Age one was also from the early 50s. So I think they just never really talked about it, and then they introduced this, and then that's when they introduced, hey, we exist, but we're from a different Earth, and that introduced the multiverse, which was not a thing in comic books, let alone Marvel or DC, until this book. So this is very significant. It'll always be a good book to buy, regardless, because that was the first time it kicked off the multiverse, which is a huge thing in both Marvel and DC right now. So regardless, this book has been trending up since 2003, since the CGCs come out. And yeah, so it's a good book. All right, last on this list is Brave and Bold 54's first appearance of the Teen Titans. A 4.5 is up 34% from 305 to 409. A 5.5 is up 6% from 368 to 390. And a 6.0 is up 6% from 435 to 460. Yeah, this is not like a record price or anything like that, but it is trending up. This is the first time that they put all the teen sidekicks into their own thing, because they didn't really know what to do with them. Sidekicks were very popular in the Golden Age because most of the times kids read comic books and they're like, oh, I can see myself. I can't obviously be a 35-year-old man like Bruce Wayne, but I can be. That's why all the sidekicks were like super young. They're like 8 to 12 sometimes, is because they're supposed to emulate kids. So then they put them in their own thing, the Teen Titans. We all know what happened. Basically, they went into their own series and kind of floundered for a while. They canceled it. Then George Perez and Marv Wolfman brought it back, and that was a huge, huge, huge hit. So that is it. Have a good weekend.